It might seem that making Five Guys burgers would be pretty easy to make. They're just meat and buns, right? But what if I tell you that it's something so much more than throwing some bun and meat on a hot surface? It takes perfect blends of flavors and is more complicated than you think. The fresh beginnings. The ingredients that are chosen by Five Guys are specific and used in the right amount to get the exact taste that we're all so crazy about. And you don't want to wait a lot to fulfill your temptations. So Five Guys employees make sure to get a speedy delivery. A Five Guys burger can be made easily within just 6 to 8 minutes if the ingredients are ready, hence their super fast service. Fortunately for us, what Five Guys uses are fresh and well-sourced ingredients that are healthy and the best in quality. Did you know that restaurants don't even use freezers? That adds more freshness to the taste. The restaurant franchise takes pleasure in employing daily handmade beef patties that are produced fresh in-house, never frozen. The condiments. These are the ingredients that change with each style of burger they make. It includes ketchup, mustard, hot sauce, mayonnaise, and finally sweet sauce, and probably the secret sauce. Now, this is where you get the punchy flavors that we like so much, and they complement the burger a lot. Equipment used. There's a decent amount of equipment that is used for making the Five Guys burger, which only adds to making the burger even more complicated. But lucky for us, all the staff members go through training to ensure their skills using them. It includes 2 grills for cooking, a heavy press, non-stick parchment paper, spatulas, spoons, and spreading knives, a few cookie sheets, an aluminum scale, and finally aluminum foil. Five Guys also ensures that proper sanitation is maintained in the kitchen, so hand washing is highly suggested. Further, gloves are worn whenever you get near the cooking space. The meat. Five Guys gets their beef from Schweed and Sons and uses a combination of chuck and sirloin. However, they're not easily found everywhere as it requires a mixture proportion that only they have rightly formulated. Unlike the other usual burger joints, Five Guys does not add any salt, pepper, or onion powder for taste. The meat they use is ground twice to ensure better smash burger patties for the best possible taste. That's because the meat is usually ground once at the packing facility and again at the store before selling it. Meatballs. They roll the meat into small 3.3-ounce balls and then smash it. Any flat surface is enough for the smashing part, but they use a hamburger press to do it more efficiently. Five Guys is famous for stacking its burgers 4 at a time. They smash each meatball individually and flatten it. The flattened meat is then placed between the non-stick parchment papers to prevent them from sticking to each other. They avoid smashing the meat after stacking them, as that would prove to be a complete mess. The cooking countertops at Five Guys are all made of stainless steel. That's because while smashing, the friction created exerts heat, which will not give off the perfect burger we all like having. And thus, to avoid that, a slightly cooler surface is required, which is provided by stainless steel countertops. The next step would require the cookie sheets to be cooler. So, the cookie sheets need to be refrigerated for a few minutes until they are slightly cooler than room temperature. The burger balls are then placed slowly on these cookie sheets. The patty and the buns. The patty and the buns are an essential part of making the burgers. The Five Guys follow a 2-step process after making the patty. They start working on the burgers and the buns at the same time on different grills and at different temperatures. The cooks at Five Guys keep in account that the grilling must be done properly and equally on both sides. The Five Guys makes it a point to cook or grill the buns and patties evenly on both sides. They don't coat the buns with any butter or mayonnaise, but customers do get a more egg flavor on the buns, unlike traditional sesame seed buns. The grill that's meant for the buns is set at less than medium heat, and the one that is used for the patties is set at medium high. Not much oil is used for the patties, but just enough to give them a good sear. They toast the buns lightly and then remove them from the grill. Finally, we place the patties on the grill and they don't touch them for at least 30 seconds. After 30 seconds, the patties are flipped. After flipping the juicy patties, they're again flattened with a lot of pressure. This gives the Five Guys burger that signature texture and taste. A heavy press is used to do the same. The heavy press makes the patties the width that is associated with Five Guys. That also makes the burger more flavorful and meatier. They don't immediately smash the meat after it's put on the hot grill, but instead prefer to wait for the 30-second mark. Dressing the buns. Now, this section depends on the type of burger you order and your preferences. The buns are also flipped, and Five Guys prefers to toast the buns, but not till it's well done. They add the wet toppings first. That includes some ketchup, hot sauce, mayonnaise, and mustard. They already have onions and mushrooms cooked in clarified butter that they prepare beforehand. The onions and mushrooms are then added to the burgers. There is a specific order that Five Guys follows when it comes to the sauces. The first one that's used is the hot sauce, and it's spread all across the top bun. The next spread used is mayonnaise. Five Guys produce their mayonnaise, which is a little creamier than the normal store mayonnaise. The mayonnaise is also spread all around the top bun. They dress the bottom bun in ketchup and mustard. The Five Guys ketchup contains 20 calories per serving and is put on the bottom bun in 3 rings with a small nose ketchup dispenser. Then mustard is added in 2 rings to secure the classic Five Guys bottom bun taste. Finishing with cheese. Till now, all this process is done within 2 minutes of the burger being on its flip side. The burger is then flipped again and then pressed with a spatula. This is done to determine the thickness of the finished burger. The Five Guys usually press the burger with quite a pressure, and they press them equally hard from both sides. The burgers are then flipped, left for 30 seconds more, and then flipped again. All of the burgers are cooked till well done. After that comes the addition of cheese. Since 1986, when Five Guys first opened its doors, they've been using Kraft American cheese in their burgers. The cheese that is used by Five Guys is never pre-melt. Instead, they do a pretty interesting thing, which includes putting the cheese on a patty and stacking that patty with another patty. The impressive secret of the Five Guys is cheese and how they stack them. They always make it a point to stack cheese to cheese. Then, all of them are carefully transferred to the bun. The top of the bun is properly spread with hot sauce and mayonnaise and other various toppings. However, the cooks at Five Guys ensure that the sauce and mayonnaise and other toppings are put on top of the meat facing up and not the cheese. Wrapping. The burgers are then wrapped in aluminum foil from one corner to the other and then folded in. It is the convection properties of the foil that melt the cheese inside, as the cheese inside is delivered to the bun somewhat intact. However, wrapping the burger in aluminum foil might also cause the bun to get soggy after some time. Some people even complained about this matter. It's been seen that the sogginess of the buns can be avoided by opening the wrap within a minute of receiving the burger. That allows enough time for the cheese to melt while also preventing moisture from getting into the buns. And that is how Five Guys makes their flavorful and juicy burgers. Click on one of the 2 videos on your screen right now. We'll catch you guys in the next one.